We're, we're Sarah and Jess pulling chairs to the table, sharing these stories wild and unstable. Trash talk to tacos, it's how we play. New episodes dropping every Tuesday. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real.
All right, you ready for this one? We're diving into the wild world of Are We Dating the Same Guy? Those Facebook groups where women swap screenshots, stories, and sometimes full-blown investigations about the men they're dating.
These groups are something else. Some have like tens of thousands of members. It's like a small city of women comparing notes, half detective work and half reality TV.
They have them for different cities. So you can find Are You Dating the Same Guy? Toledo, Fremont. Some women have truly saved themselves because of these groups. I've read posts where someone realized the guy she was seeing was also dating 3 other women. Some have had kids and wives and families.
They had an STD he isn't disclosing, and that's the scary part. That poses such a huge health risk, and it's helped women dodge, not just heartbreak, but health issues, and sometimes even expose domestic violence, which is obviously not a joke.
It's empowering. It's women watching out for each other. But girl, it gets messy fast.
Yeah, you've got the helpful posts, and then you've got the drama, like, oh my gosh, can someone test my man for me? That's not a test. That's like an invitation of chaos.
Right. I hate when they do that. Or you got where the guy gets posted 5 minutes later, the girl's getting threatening texts because somebody went and told him that he's in the group. It's crazy.
Oh, they be snitching. Someone's telling. And I'm like, bitches, if you don't think everybody's talking about this group, you're crazy.
Right? So you can't crowdsource your relationship like it's a science experiment. If you're asking strangers to flirt with your boyfriend, the problem isn't the stranger. It's probably your boyfriend.
Exactly. Then there's the ones that post because they're mad. Maybe they got ghosted. Maybe a man didn't call them back. It's not just about safety. It's about revenge or embarrassment.
Then there are those that just are sad the guy didn't like them back, so they get validation from the group. You can kind of see when it's hurt feelings versus something more serious.
Yeah, a lot of times you have to read between the lines. So some women in there are legitimately warning others about dangerous situations and dangerous people, while others are just venting. But there's a big difference between he's manipulative and he didn't text me goodnight.
Exactly. And let's be honest, we've seen a few faces that are familiar in there.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Have you seen any of your girlfriends and been like, I cannot tell her husband's in here? Or would you tell?
No, I mainly see people sometimes I see people that like my kids have dated or something, and I'm like, well, obviously, we all know that's a problem. But then you kind of feel bad too that they're on there. And then one time our friend Dave was on there, and like all the chicks that hang out with him in that group, nobody mentioned it to him. Like, no one's like, hey, that's my friend. It's, I mean, maybe they told him about it, but they didn't say like, hey, I know him and it's fine.
The other part of that too is Dave's always with the girls, but I don't know that he's sleeping with those girls. I mean, who knows?
Well, no one's speaking about it because no one was standing up for him on there.
And it's awkward because sometimes not even that the guy's done anything terrible, like you just said, he's just dating. But once your name's in that group, even if it's innocent, people just assume things.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. So that's the danger of it. So one post can follow you forever, just like all these sexting things people do. I mean, you can never unsee that kind of shit. So it ruins reputations, it ruins relationships, even careers. Legally, it's risky too. People have been sued for defamation of character over this, and not all of them are dismissed.
I bet that happens a lot more too with how the internet works. I mean, just look at the couple that had the affair at the concert. I think they quit their jobs. So here's the takeaway. Use these groups for awareness, not accusation. If somebody's been violent, dishonest, or he's spreading around STDs, I think you should share that information. But if you're just mad he didn't text you back, maybe he didn't like you, I would take that to your friends personally, not to Facebook in the groups. Not needed.
Amen. Use it to look out for one another, not to tear each other down.
Exactly. And ladies, before you post, ask yourself, is this about protecting someone or punishing someone? Because that all makes the difference. You can go out there and put him on blast. It's not going to change him. And the ladies out there, there's still women that are going to sleep with him and not care.
Right. You have people without morals and values that'll
Yeah.
always be
Some
there.
learn to accept it. I've known a few of those people, and I definitely don't
That's
agree.
what was happening with that dentist that came up missing. I think her family knew she was having an affair, a long-term affair with this guy, and they were just turning a blind eye to it until she had this episode where she disappeared, you know? But I definitely couldn't have said that better myself. And always remember, karma does have Wi-Fi and screenshots everything. At least Sarah
Yes.
screenshots it and then sends it to me so then I can tell everybody.
Yes. Don't tell on me. That brings us to secret apps cheaters love. What's real, what's hype, and what you should actually watch for. So, do you think your guy's cheating? Maybe we can help you figure it out.
Do you think people are cheating more or less these days? Surveys vary on the subject, but the long and the short is cheating hasn't disappeared, and technology definitely makes it easier to hide things.
And for context, I did do some research and I found they say 16% of the US adults admitted to infidelity in a recent poll, which shows it's still a meaningful slice of people. And how many people don't answer those surveys? Honestly, let's be honest.
Yeah, so there's probably more. And workplace affairs are still a thing. About 30% of affairs reportedly started with coworkers. So don't be surprised if your partner works overtime. If so, you might want to double check and see if they're on a dating website or if they're just cheating with a coworker.
So, the tools of the trade here's the cheat sheet what people are actually using.
But disappearing message apps such as Snapchat, Signal, Telegram, secret chats. I'd never heard of that, but Sarah said she used it for work. Which I thought was
Telegram. Yeah, you use a lot of that in different fields of work if you communicate as like a group sometimes. So don't always assume that if they have Telegram, they're cheating for sure. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Definitely. So I guess it just vanishes or they have end-to-end encryption. So it's harder to prove later.
I never understood any of that, like vanishing. I think I've accidentally vanished stuff and been like, I don't even know why that happened. I'd be like, where'd my messages go? What the heck? So they also have hidden vault apps, apps that'll look like a calculator, but really it's something else. Photo galleries, but really when you click on it, it'll be something entirely different. So definitely look for that. They're there to trick you.
Yeah. And they say like using temporary SMS apps, such as Text Now, Hushed, or Burner, disposable phone numbers or texts and calls. So that way there's no trace to a main line. That kind of spells out sneaky.
I think what they're saying is some will just go get a whole burner phone and use that number to connect to these versus their
Yeah.
real number, which would
That's
make it
why,
impossible.
remember when we watched that thing about the mom who was texting her daughter all the crap and he's like, well, do you have both of her phones? Because
Oh, yeah.
the second phone is always a problem.
I can barely maintain one phone. Some of the affair cheating platforms, because there is a lot of married people out there that want to have affairs, but secretly, so they can still be in love
Because
and
their
with their
partner is
husband.
not.
Yeah, even this conversation kind of just gets you to your stomach because that is one of the worst feelings in the world is to find out you're being cheated on. So these discreet things like Ashley Madison, I think that's one of the main one that I know of. I don't know. There's probably other ones out there. They also can get hacked and then everybody knows your dirty little secret. So, especially right now, we're under attack with our technology. You might see some people getting outed eventually if you're in these groups. Be wary, men and
Mhm.
women. Women are just as bad.
This is true. So
Yep.
fun times. The kit is out there, but one app doesn't equal guilt. So just don't go assuming your man is cheating on you or your woman because they have one of these apps on their phone.
And
I had some like a WhatsApp app or what is that? It's called What's What? What?
WhatsApp. What's
Yeah.
up?
And
WhatsApp.
I have that. I don't use it, but one of the property management companies I work for made me download it.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like the Telegram.
So if they have secret behavior, plus disappearing messages and maybe some unexplained charges, that definitely equals a red flag, and you should probably look into it more.
Yes. And I've been the person where I've questioned maybe you had a bad relationship in the past. That is the worst thing you can do is to bring it into a new relationship. If there's nothing going on, you can't even assume it. Don't go looking for it. Definitely. So let's talk trends. Is cheating increasing because of apps? What do you think?
Well, kind of. So, tech didn't invent infidelity, but it does lower the friction. I mean, we see this with trolls online. Like, it's easier to just put yourself out there online than it is to do in person. So, you can swipe, DM, and vanish all without anyone ever seeing a voicemail.
Right. And what are your thoughts? Like, is that cheating if you're doing just flirty talk on the internet and things like that? Is that considered cheating in your book? It is in mine. I would consider it. My man's having flirty conversations.
I don't
I
think it's
mean,
cheating, but I think it's
it's,
disrespectful.
yes, not cheating, but you shouldn't be doing it. Now, if
Right.
Brian has a girl and they're talking and catching up from high school or whatever, that's a totally different story. I mean, even if it's an ex and it's been so long, like I don't care about that unless there's a reason to care, but there are some women that
Yeah.
would not be the case.
Yeah, like
So
some women are weird about like say playboys and porn, like they think that's cheating. I personally do not think that it's cheating. I'd rather him do that than go get a girl and take her to a bed somewhere. I can tell you that.
what about these robots now? Would a robot be cheating if he had a hidden
I
robot?
think a robot would be my best friend. She'd be helping a bitch out. I can get more done.
But would it ruin
Yeah,
intimacy and sex between a partners? I think it could ultimately cause issues unless you put limitations, like make it a
like a
special
Game Boy.
uh,
Only play.
together. You could play the robot together time. It's like sexy time with the robot.
I don't
I don't
want
know.
time with a robot. If he wants to have sexy time with a robot on his time, okay. I don't think I'd feel neglected until I do, right? And I don't know when that point would be.
What happens if you like started getting jealous of the
I
robot?
it would be
We do
weird.
have a friend that knows somebody that has robots because they sent Brian a picture of the robots
Yeah. So
masturbating.
do you think his wife gets jealous of the robots?
I don't know if his wife knows about the robots.
Shut up. No one can have multiple robots.
Well, they're
And
not his. He goes to his friend's house. His friend has
oh,
the robot.
so she probably does not know about the robots. And in
N-
that case, I would say
And she
that
might love
cheating.
him. She might be like you. Help me out.
But why isn't he
Unless
honest
their
about it then?
friends are all using the same robot, then you might have issues.
Yeah, because then you can get an STD from that robot. See, there's always a downside to all of these things. You got to think this shit through, people. There's a full circle. Figure it out. So, anyway, I wish you all luck because there are a lot of ins and outs to that. And like, it doesn't bother me till it does. And I don't know when that would be.
Right.
Would you let Brian get a sex robot?
I mean, yeah, probably. I don't think he would do it. I don't think he would. But
I don't think he would do it.
I mean, but I wouldn't. I mean, if you want a
I think
robot,
Ron would do it. I don't think it
can I get a male one though? I get a male one. If you get a female one, I get a male one.
Oh my God, you're right. I don't even know. I mean, when we looked into the sex robots, I didn't see anything about the males. Like maybe there was like one, but they weren't like up on it like they are with the women. I
Right.
wonder if it's just harder to make it. I don't know.
I mean, I could probably create a good fake penis,
Well, I mean,
maybe.
like they're like vibrators, so you would think that they would figure out how to put that just onto a male, but then it's not very
Yeah.
realistic if it's like jiggling around and stuff.
Now I'm just picturing like this male robot
I am too, and
penis.
it's not coming out properly in my head. So we should move forward.
So, yes, so we'll get back on track. Some reports suggest infidelity edges up when people are more phone dependent. So, if you got a Facebook addict or somebody who's constantly on their phone, their opportunities to have these flirty conversation and moments are more so out there. So,
And
Yeah.
especially men, like men being on social media too much is kind of a weird thing because I picture my husband who's not interested in social media at all. So
Hmm.
if he totally started getting on social media, I'd be like, WTF are you doing? And why? So tell
So
me the signs. So, what do you actually watch for if you suspect something shady?
I would say look for phones that are always face down, but not necessarily
Yeah.
face down because I do that. I don't want
Me
people
too.
seeing
Like,
my
right
dirty
now, my
screen
face,
sometimes.
and I'm
Right. Mine's face up, but it rang, so now I flipped it face down.
right.
So,
Then you'll
I
ignore it.
mean,
I just hate the
but
phone. It
if you
didn't.
don't have their password, even though I think that you should have a password to a phone, there should be never a reason that you have to go in there. It's the fact of if you've always had the password, then why would it be changed? So that's another sign. Frequent do not disturbs at weird hours, which my phone, I finally found out how to turn it off for the last year. At midnight, my phone would go into do not disturb, and I would just always have to turn it off. I finally figured out how to shut it down. So that's exciting.
Well, good.
So, what not to do? Don't go full spy, breaking into the phones, using malware. Don't pay to join these stupid groups that tell you they can find all this information. It'll all blow up in your face. Don't post private info online either. And don't set a trap and make it look worse. Instead, collect yourself calmly, gather and ask directly, set your boundaries, and have that conversation like an adult. And save screenshots. If somebody said something, show it to them, you know, and do
Mhm.
it calmly. It will help you. And if you need counseling, definitely go get counseling.
Yeah. And if you're worried about your health, remember hidden affairs can create real mental health risks and you can contract STDs. So that is a safety issue. It's not just drama. So protect your health, get tested if you suspect that there's a risk of something like this going on. And for our listeners who want to avoid the mess altogether, be upfront and talk about what you expect from one another. Set boundaries. Boundaries can be sexy.
Nowadays, some people have these open relationships. So if you want to be a cheater, go date somebody that doesn't care. Don't do it to somebody who's seriously about being all in a relationship like the traditional way.
It's
So
true.
that's it. Quick recap. Apps make cheating easier, but doesn't make it inevitable. Look out for patterns, protect your health, and don't play detective with malware. Also, if you don't know exactly what app he's using, ask. It's 2025. Awkward conversation beats surprises.
It's true. Directness is important. So
Yes.
next week we'll pull apart one of those vault apps on air and show you exactly how to hide the photos and educate you.
Not illegal. Spoiler, the calculator really is judging you.
We're, we're Sarah and Jess pulling chairs to the table, sharing these stories wild and unstable. Trash talk to tacos, it's how we play. New episodes dropping every Tuesday. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real. Heartfelt, bizarre, the chaos we feel. From late night debates to pondering why. We're your best friends on a podcast. Hi. Casual chatter like friends in a room. Bright as the sun and loud as the moon. No subject sacred, no thought too small. We're chewing on life, answering its call. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real. Heartfelt, bizarre, the chaos we feel. From late night debates to pondering why. We're your best friends on a podcast. Hi. From top shelf wisdom to jokes down below, we've got a rhythm that'll steal the show. Hold your coffee, spill your tea, talking trash as tacos in glee. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real. What's real, what's real? Heartfelt, bizarre, the chaos we feel. The chaos we feel.